This is what prime rib is made of. Yeah, ribeye. This is Rastelli's 10 9-ounce Hello Special Edition Reserve. There's only 4% that goes into the reserve collection of the Black Angus ribeye steaks. We have an expiring price that the price will go up at the end of the day. 5 Easy Pays will go up at the end of the day. I'm telling you, this is on sale right now. Lock it into that auto delivery every 60 days for a year. This is a huge 9-ounce. This is their largest steak that they sell here at QVC of their special reserve, aged 45 days or longer. Let's bring in Chris Metzer, who's going to tell us why this one is very, very special. You also get 2 of the packets of the garlic and herb butter and the signature seasoning. Chris,
you do.
I mean, seriously, can you tell my excitement throughout this entire 2-hour show?
Well, these are such great items, especially with the summer coming up.
Yes.
And like you said, with the king of steaks right here, I mean, this by far is the king of steak. This is, I just had to get it out there, this is Ray Restelli's favorite all-time steak.
Yeah,
for a few
I love
different
a good ribeye.
reasons.
Yep.
First of all, it's a great ribeye, right? And it's also from our reserve collection. What does that actually mean? That means that we're taking the finest Black Angus beef from farmers in the Midwest that we've been dealing with for over 48, 49 years, right? That are sending us the very best of the best. So only 4% actually qualify for this program.
4%,
okay,
yep.
Then when we get it to the butcher shop, we take that prime rib of beef and we age it for 45 days. Now, normally we age it for 28 days on the normal Black Angus steaks that we do. This one we do 48 days.
Yeah,
and what does that do?
Age? Yeah.
So those enzymes actually mingle with the proteins and it makes it tender. Now, the 28-day is very tender, but when you go to 45 days, it is extremely something that you will only find at the finest steakhouses in the country, where you see on the menu that says aged to perfection. That's where these steaks are going to those finest steakhouses, and that's what you're getting right here.
Chris, let's remind them who is Rastelli's. This is the America's personal butcher that has been doing this for 50 years. Not only that, they started off, as a family, butcher shop, but they have grown to, the finest American steakhouses, the 5-star restaurants. Your steaks, this is what they supply, right? This is literally coming straight to your home now. And they are the only ones that supply the only 7-star restaurant in Dubai for their steaks. So you're looking at the primo, best of the best. And boy, that decal looks so good, Chris.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So many people, when they get the steak and they see that decal, they don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
they tend to cut the decal and put it to the side. But that decal is that top cap that is actually the most tender piece and the most flavorful.
My dad used to love that. Yeah, if you know steaks, it's the best part.
In my family, we fight over it in my family, trust me. But it makes it so absolutely delicious. But like you just said, Rastelli's has been doing this, we've been doing this for 50 years, and we've been supplying our family, our friends, and our guests in our butcher shops, serving the very, very best of the best, and we know that because they're going to come in every day and they trust us, right? So we want to make sure when you come into our butcher shop, we're giving you the very, very best. And to be able to do that, we have to know where the source comes from, right?
Yes.
So that relationship and there's the butcher shop right there. And that's actually, hopefully you'll see all the fresh meats that we cut every single day. There's Ray, and he's in there every day with me. You can see, anytime you're in the area, stop by and say hello. I'll be right there.
We're in Pennsylvania farm country. This is where all the good meat is,
It really is. And this is really like the finest of the finest. And let me just show you like where it starts on this. So, because I think it's really important.
Please.
So this is, if you come over here, this is what a ribeye, and you mentioned it earlier about what a ribeye is. So a ribeye is the prime rib of beef.
I love prime rib so much.
I know, it's so
the best.
decadent.
It's like Easter and holidays,
It is. It's just whenever you have a prime rib on the table,
special.
It's just something really special.
Right.
But this is the whole prime rib. So what we do is we age this for 45 days. After it's aged, we take all that fat off. As you can see, all the fat is gone, right? All that fat cap is removed. And then what we do is we take just the center, and this is just the center, and we cut these beautiful
ribeye,
9-ounce steaks, right?
Yep,
just
and
like
it's
this.
Huge, by the way, Chris. Tell them 9 ounces is one of the largest steaks that you provide here. Yep.
It is the largest steak that we actually provide.
Yeah.
So when you get a 9-ounce ribeye steak
full
from
meal.
us, it's a full meal, and I can be honest with you, I can eat a full 9-ounce steak, but when my wife and I, when we have the steak, we actually split it in half. And
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna show you right here.
Okay.
What we do before I even go to the grill or to the pan, I'll cut it in half after I thaw them, and I'll show you what it's gonna come to you. And I'll take 2 steaks like this, and I'm gonna come back over here.
I did the math,
Right.
Chris. That's about $8, a little over $8 each, because that's $16 a steak for something
Yeah,
you would
I
pay
mean-
45 at the restaurant, and it's the same steak.
And again, this is the 45-day. This is our
Yeah.
reserve. This is
Yeah.
the very, very, very best. So, and then what you do is you're just going to throw it on your griddle. You're going to season it with it's coming with that seasonal salt. You put that salt on both sides, right? And then we're going to let that go a little bit, and then you're going to finish it with the butter. But this is how it's going to come to you, Nancy. It's going to come in this beautiful black box. So you know you have something really special.
How does it
when
come?
you open?
Yeah.
It comes just like this in this beautiful black box, this black reserve box.
Each
They're
one sealed.
Each one is individually vacuum sealed. These are going to last 12 months in your freezer. Take them out of the
year.
box.
Yep.
Stick them in all the nooks and crannies. And again, it's grilling season right now. You want to get this
They won't
stuff.
even
This
last.
is the perfect. No, I know. They really won't. But they're going to come just like that in this beautiful box. Let me show you here. And each one is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this.
Prime, prime, prime. I mean, not only that, this is what they call the reserve. Like you said, 4% go into the reserve category, right? Black Angus.
Only 4%. And I mean, that's just when you think about that, of all the cattle that we deal with, only 4% of those cattle are coming to this program. It has to meet just the highest standards of the best of the best. And that's when all the magic happens.
Juicy,
So we
tender.
know this. Melt in your mouth. I mean, because this is like all that beautiful marbling. And there's just so many things you can do with it. I'm making a little bit of crostades with it right now, right? You can just do it just like that on a crostade for appetizer. But if you do it for a steak, let me just show you
Yes,
on a
please.
plate how big. Yes, I know.
Please do.
Look,
Largest steak
how-
they offer, 9 ounce. That's what it looks like.
Look how big that steak is on a plate. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful steak. And every piece is going to cut with a fork. You can go right through this with a fork. Every single slice
Fork tender.
is fork tender because it's actually aged at 45 days. And that's what's making it so, so tender and absolutely so delicious.
Listen, Chris, people are picking up more than one because right now it's on a sale price. And now they're like, okay, we love your Black Angus, but this is the special one that is on the reserve, only 4%. This is on auto delivery. You can lock it in every 60 days for a year. But that price and that easy pay, what time is it, Blaine? I don't know, 6 hours? Less than 5.5 hours? That price, that sale price is going to go away. And this is the largest steak that they sell here at QVC. But this is not just a steak, friends. I just learned recently, Chris, that a prime rib is a ribeye. I had no idea. It blew my mind because I love prime rib. Yeah.
So when you get that beautiful cutter prime rib that you mentioned that you're paying 45 or 55 or more, that's what this is. We're taking all that fat off, we're taking all the bone off, and you're just getting a beautiful center cut.
Delicious, juicy,
Melt-
tender,
yeah.
but still marbled the way I like ribeye because I think it's like one of the most juiciest cuts of steak. It's always been my favorite. But you go to a restaurant, Chris, come on, steak dinners at restaurants now, it's astronomical, like $45 and up. And we're talking about the same steaks that is supplying the 5-star restaurants and even the 7-star restaurants.
Yeah, and and Nancy, there's a lot of restaurants you go to that you order a prime rib that's extremely expensive. And I can guarantee you, if it's not saying aged, you're not getting a 45-day aged steak. You're not getting a beautiful Black Angus, which is the absolute best of the best cattle in the country, right? It's actually the best in the world. And the reason Black Angus is so special is because it has incredible marbling in it, and that's why all our steaks will be Black Angus, to get all that marbling in it.
Let's remind them, like what you guys are known for, or especially, I feel like I love the Egg Harbor, is the steaks and supplying the steakhouses all across the country and even the world.
Yes, and again, that's what we do, and that's what we know, and that's where our passion's been for the last 50 years. And Ray wants, every time he hands a steak to a customer, it's like handing it to a family. And that's how we treat every single person in our butcher shop. And that's why the QVC family is so important to us over the last 10 years that we've been here. I can't even believe it's been 10 years already.
Yeah.
But here's your butter, right? So I have the steak right here. I had it on the griddle. I browned it. And just when this is about finished, what you do is you just want to squeeze a little of that butter on top.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, this is the garlic herb butter.
You get that,
and this will just melt right on top of your steak. Now, all the best steakhouses in the country put butter on their steaks. Now, it might not be a garlic herb butter, but what they tend to do is after the steak is cooked, they actually dip it in a vat of butter.
You're kidding.
Before they serve it now.
Wow.
And that's why when people say, oh, that steak was so buttery, because it was actually put in butter.
I had no idea. I learned so much from you guys. That's amazing.
And this is going to be, and look how gorgeous.
By the way, that is a split in half. Can I say, Chris, that is $8 each. $8 each. When can you buy like a steak for $8? That is so huge. The largest steak that they sell here at QVC, it's 9 ounces that Chris had to split in half. And by the way, that is a lot of meat. And we're talking about the Black Angus Reserve, 45 days of aging meat.
Yes. And look at this on that. Look at that. On a nice salad, that's just half of it. Now, my wife would not be able to eat that, I can tell you right now. So these go a long way.
Yeah.
And again, you're getting Black Angus.
How do you cook it real quick, Chris?
I did this just on the flat top.
How does it come individually packaged?
It's going to come just like this to you. Now, these are bigger, so these will take a little bit longer to thaw.
Oh, darn, they're bigger.
They're bigger, darn it. So you're going to take these out the night before, let them thaw overnight. If you're like me and you're not prepared, you can put this in a bowl of water for about 30 minutes, cold water, running water, and they will thaw out in about 30, 35 minutes. You're going to season them on both sides. Right
4 minutes?
Or your Blackstone. I know we had a TSV not long ago, but if you have your Blackstone, these come out perfect on the Blackstone. Do it for about 5 minutes on each side, and that'll give you a nice medium rare. Another minute or two if you want it a little bit longer. And then you just top it with the garlic butter, this beautiful herb butter, and let that butter sit and let it rest for about 5 minutes before you serve it. And you're going to have the perfect ribeye.
Yeah, lock it into that auto delivery. And I think people are loving the auto delivery. They're locking it in because that's a sale price that's going to expire in 5.5 hours. That's it. Okay, still to come.